All in. Handlers are clear. They're off. They raced away. We've got to love a grey fast, bunch and very slow to go. And also Graceful Thunder is one of the first to show Betty's Bay, and also Princess Tujara on the far side, on a green, Hot Front and Flora of Bermuda with those. And they are then followed through by Out of the Stars towards the right. Crimson Advocate in the red leading to Kotai Vision. Up there with these as well, Thanks But No Thanks and Launching Got to Love a Grey. The yellow jacket then of Beautiful Diamond is not far behind. Kinan is right on the heels of these two. Rebel Rally in the green colours has already they approached the final 2 furlongs, and Crimson Advocate in the red, white and blue the near side. A Beautiful Diamond moves through into second position. Behind this Rebel Rally, Got to Love a Grey and Juniper Berries. Over on the far side, the dark blue of Flora of Bermuda's up there, but near side it continues to be Crimson Advocate with a clear advantage, but here it's Relief Rally and Tom Marquand coming towards the line. It's very tight. Crimson Advocate and Relief Rally behind those a few lengths away. The Beautiful Diamond and Juniper Berries and Flora of Bermuda.
Oh, what a finish. Oh, has Relief Rally bobbed it on the line? I don't know. It's so close. So close. Crimson Advocate and... oh, my goodness me, Relief Rally, who was causing all those problems before the start, in a photo in the Queen Mary. Who's won it, Kev, do you know? You're going to call it? You're brave enough?
God, I think it's the American filly, isn't it? Oh, it's desperate. I think Relief Rally was in front for a moment. Oh, how was your bob?
Maybe slightly before and slightly after the line, but for those of us with Relief Rally, we may... oh, I think we may have to settle for second there. But let's talk about both these fillies. Jamie mentioned Crimson Advocate beforehand, who was a Gulfstream winner last time out. Johnny Velasquez has a fantastic record at Ascot.
Oh, fair play to them. Look, because, you know, I was going to make the point beforehand, you know, we've changed with these Americans. You know, you remember for a time, you know, Wes Ward, when he came here, like, they were so feared. They were some of the high horses of the entire week. They've gone a little bit low profile. We had a couple of soft ground Ascots where they weren't showing the best effect. But it's George Weaver this time showing us that the Americans are still a factor, especially in these 5 furlong races for juveniles.
What do you think, Jamie?
It's a new name to us, George Weaver, but he's had one Royal Ascot runner in the past. And even though it's a new name, it's a classic brazen speed American performance. Relief Rally had to chart and check a passage through. It's gone on for a long time, this photograph.
It's not maybe as... I mean, I'm going to make no bones about it. Relief Rally's my selection here. I think I may have been beaten, be gutted if that's the case, but wonderful for America. And if they have one with Crimson Advocate, that'll be a 5th victory. Here it comes. Number 9, call the winner, Crimson Advocate. It looked that way, Kevin, it looked that way, Freddie, but it's another win for America.
It sure is, and Johnny Velasquez had one job to do, and that was to follow that rail. He did come off it a little bit towards the end because she was getting a bit lonely there under pressure, but this filly is all about speed, and the dam has produced 2 winners so far, one over 5 furlongs and the other one over 10 furlongs, and this filly, sure, she's got 5 furlongs written all over her, so fair play to everyone involved, coming all the way over from America, because this is what it's all about. This is Royal Ascot.
And John Velasquez won the Queen Mary in 2009 on Jealous again. He won the Windsor Castle on Strike the Tiger, and he won the King's Stand on Lady Aurelia. So well done to him. There is a whisker between them, Jamie.
Just a whisker. And now it was a fast start by one American, but a very awkward start by Bunchen, the Wesley Ward horse. Game over for that point, but as you can see, the field split into 2 groups, the greater numbers towards the stand side, and initially, Kevin, the eventual winner, Crimson Advocate, was right up against this rail, so was it a decision to edge over?
This track at Ascot's a nightmare, isn't it? Trying to figure out what spot, how it's going to play out. I don't think you can tie yourself in too much of a knot about it. Hopefully, if your horse is good enough, they'll be all right. But to see all the action, the bigger group, this near side, and all the action down here, look, a lot of it's about what the jockeys are thinking, and they'll have seen this race. This is evidence into their banks for the coming races. Look, this horse has been very game, because we know what these Americans are like. It is early speed, mid-race speed, and it's a case of can they hold on. And it got very desperate, Alex. I was cheering for you, just so you know. But
Thank you.
I think you got there, but then you weren't there on the lollipop, unfortunately.
No, and that's a blow really for William Haggis. He said that some of his horses have been a bit in and out, and just goes to show that they've run. Well, that filly has run brilliantly here. Maybe they'll get compensation with my later on. But there is our winning rider. High fives all round, Fred.
Yeah, Johnny Velasquez, Hall of Fame jockey, obviously in the United States, ridden Kentucky Derby winners to all sorts of Breeders' Cup winners. I'll say he's the best in the United States, and maybe he's walked a track beforehand, Jamie, because I think, you know, it was a decisive move of his not to stay on that rail, to come towards the middle. So maybe that is the golden highway here today.
The easy decision would be to stick against the rail, wouldn't it? Especially with a 2-year-old filly, but seemed by design to edge right along with the others. But she has held on really well, so tough in the finish. And it is so important that America does have these successes at Royal Ascot, because Nick Smith and the whole team spend a lot of time trying to encourage it, and that international competition is one of the big selling points of Royal Ascot. So it's great to have the Aussies, it's great to have the Hong Kong contingent, but an American winner, and an American winner like this as well, that is a classic.
And just look at Johnny Velasquez's style here, Alex. He very barely just moves his upper body. There's no contact with his backside to the saddle whatsoever, whereas the European style is that you bounce into it more often. So it's all about style over there, aerodynamic, and he's got that written all over him.
And I think he's only used his stick twice. Yeah. You know, it would have been an adjustment for him, the whip rules, etc. You know, it'll be in the mind of those international riders coming over here, and he showed a lot of discipline there, in fairness to him. You mentioned the Kentucky Derby, Freddie. The winner is by Nyquist, who won the Kentucky Derby. You know, not a sprint sire at all, really, but has thrown an absolute rocket here.
Well, the Dams produced 2 winners so far, one over 5 furlongs, the other one over 10. So there you go.
There we go.
Well, it's a wonderful result for them. Great scenes in the winners' enclosure here as well. And this is what Royal Ascot is all about, isn't it? To have people from all parts of the world come here and celebrate a winner. We'll get reaction for you. Got more live jumping as well to come from Worcester. We'll be back here, though, after this.